Ryan. We have some chosen representatives. First will be a representative from the Rotary Club where she and her husband are members. May I call Mrs. Delia Avalos.
Good afternoon. You know, one of the hardest thing to do is to say goodbye to a friend in an occasion like this. So when I was told this morning to give a sharing, I had to tell myself, to keep telling myself to be strong. And so I thought I would just put in writing what I wanted to say to keep me focused. Let me start by thanking the Lord for giving me the opportunity to meet and become friends with Lorna. I first met Lorna in September of 2010 during our induction as Rotarians, together with Dick, her husband. She was there, like all the spouses of the inductees, to manifest support to her husband. Vivacious that she is, Lorna is one you would not miss in a crowd. Everyone agrees to that, I suppose. So during that evening, there she was, bubbly and moving around, and she came to introduce herself to where we were seated. We continued to meet during Rotary meetings every Mondays, as she always came with Dick, until lately, when she was busy with her house construction in Shilan. Lorna is friendly and amiable, so she was not hard to get by with. We became very good and close friends. The other Rotarians are here, and I'm sure they will agree with me that Lorna's presence spiced up our gatherings in our place. We started to talk about grand plans for the club. We have been together for more than a year now, putting together women of this place to carry the vision and ideals of Zonta in our community. Lorna is the vice president of our Zonta Club in La Trinidad.
Good afternoon. I stand here to represent three groups, actually. The first one is the University of the Cordilleras. I think they're represented here. Are you here? Oh, there they are. Vice presidents and deans. Dick and Lorna have been part of our faculty some years ago, and Lorna took her doctoral studies with us and graduated. The second is my family, Salosas and Romans. Dick and Lorna have been in many happy, joyful gatherings, and we go back all the way to the 80s. In fact, they always showed up at our anniversary celebration with my husband the day after to eat the leftovers. And of course, I'm here to represent Sinai 6000, which is a very small community of truth seekers. Dick and Lorna and I have been in many Bible studies for many years, and we just never stopped doing research. We mastered the New Testament, and we felt we didn't know the Old. So that is what we have been doing for the last 2 years. To represent Sinai 6000, I wrote an article and posted it on the website, so I will just read excerpts of that article, if I can read it. Excuse me. Shabbat Shalom. That is what we say to each other on Saturdays when we meet. So this is what I wrote, parts of it. At midnight, when the new year 2014 came upon us, after a heartbreaking day shared with my longtime friend Dick Omayam, your president, who lost Lorna on the last day of year 2013, I wrote an article which I posted on the website of our faith community. On behalf of the Sinaites, or here, they're over there, I shall now read the excerpts. Our tribute to Lorna, a true woman of substance. In the words of a Spanish friend, 2013, un año de demasiado adioses. 2013, a year of too many goodbyes. In my life, I lost 12 people that I knew personally. Our group that meets every Sabbath for lunch and Torah study have lamented almost month after month about friends, family, acquaintances who passed away. Some we agreed were about time, meaning they lived a full life way into their old age, although we will still miss them. Some quite young, whose parents lamented the children should bury parents and not the other way around. Others were untimely, as in too soon, so unexpected. Please, Lord, not now, not yet. Just about the end of the sad year, 2013, the person we least expected to go ahead of the older ones among us, you know, senior citizens give each other, we are in the departure area. Well, that unexpected one just breezed right through us and left. We had just attended, as somebody said, their 40th wedding anniversary. When Vic Narciso asked them, Lorna, why 40th? It's such an unusual number. Usually it's 25, 50, 75. And she kidded, we might never make it to our 50th anniversary. Ironically, on that morning of December 31, some of us received a text message from Lorna. Now that's really unusual because Lorna is very low-tech. It is Dick who does all the sending of texts, etc. And this is what she sent. We will start over with a blank slate this new year. Let us store in our minds only worthy memories and discard guilt, grudge, and gossip. Let us fill the pages with honest, honorable, and healthy endeavors. Let us be women of substance. A most blessed new year to you. Indeed, she was among the few we know who deserve the title, the woman of Proverbs 31, verses 10 to 31. I'm not going to read it, you have to do your homework. When you read that passage, you will know what we mean. And so at this memorial, the Sinaites group joined her bereaved husband, children, and extended family to remember Lorna in life and release her to that God on Sinai whom she loved and served, even when she had not known him fully until the last 2 years of her life. As her breath of life returned to our Lord of life, her earthly remains understandably remain with those who need time to let go. To her, we dedicate the song which I understand we will sing at the end of this memorial. I had chosen for that Sabbath, the third Sabbath of the month, the song Taps. Are you familiar with that? They play it at funerals and you only hear the trumpet sound, but there are lyrics to it, and we place it on the website. And on Lorna's last Sabbath with us, we sang it together. Little did we know that it would be her farewell message to us, and likewise. May Lorna enjoy her well-deserved rest for being a totally dedicated and loving servant of Yahuwah. While she could have done so much more had she been given more time on this earth, still there is no better place to move on to than the true and timeless sanctuary beyond. We imagine her saying, Shabbat Shalom, face to face with our Creator. So, thank you very much, Dick, for giving me this privilege of speaking for the community. And he told me that nobody knows that song, and to my horror, that I might be the one to lead it. So I hope there are other people who know it, and I'm not gonna do a solo.
And Ma'am Lorna is also serving as one of the instructors.
To the bereaved family, to our guests from the different social communities, particularly the Rotary Club of La Trinidad, Sena in 6,000. Ladies and gentlemen, and our guests from our community of La Trinidad, officials, I saw some officials of our municipality around with us. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Good afternoon to everybody. Before I will start dishing out the qualities, the personal, the social, the professional, and other qualities of our sister Lorna, may I have the pleasure to thank the Mayo family for giving me the opportunity to represent the King's College of the Philippines. A day before, our sister passed away. She called me, inviting me, or that was a day after the 40th anniversary. She called me up, inviting me together with our Dean, Dr. Vita Fernandez, to join them in their breakfast together with their guests from Isabela, because they were, I think, our brothers and sisters from Isabela were the last among the guests who were supposed to leave them. But I said, Ma'am Lorna, I'm sorry I had an earlier appointment. Besides this, Ma'am Vita left already for Pozo Rubio. Last night, after your affair, she was already prepared with her things. So this time, Ma'am Lorna, we will miss the breakfast, but anyway, we enjoyed together last night, up to the last minute in Supreme Hotel. Anyway, on the 3rd, Ma'am Vita will come up. So on the 3rd, I'll make it a day for you, and we with Ma'am Vita, we will come over, but maybe we will not come during breakfast. We will come in the afternoon. And so she started laughing. And as usual, as a very cheerful person, she kept on laughing, and so we went on, and we had been talking for almost an hour. I did not know that that was the last time that we chat together. Because in the office, in our office, we sit just beside each other. I sit at the side, and she sits on my left side. So every time we have break time, after classes, we talk to each other. And so that time that we chatted, that very early morning that we chatted or we talked of so many things, particularly on the success of our families, success of our children, particularly on our association with other people, and lastly, on the goodness of our students, the founder, the other officials of the school. In fact, she talked about one of our young pastors when she was saying, how I wish that when I will finish being the foreman, because she calls herself the foreman of their house being built now at Shilan. So sometimes we also joke her and say, Eh talaga naman ikaw ang maging foreman, paano maging foreman si President? You really have to be the foreman of the construction because you have all the time. You have very few load compared to our President who is executive and who has so many concerns with everybody. Leader. I said, Ma'am Lorna, while I was at the taxi, I was saying, Ma'am Lorna, you are a great loss. Because despite the fact that you came from a well-off, respectable family in Isabela, you never showed us that. You are a very, very, very great leader. You are humble. You never said, I will do this, I am this. And you associated with everybody from the lowest level employee of